Hola, mis amigos. Welcome back to another Wolf Wave.
Movie review.
Thank you. I forgot. Or
Yep.
what did we call it? Oh, worth the rewind.
Rewind.
That's what we called it.
Worth the rewind.
But yeah, we all got to see Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
We were not high, so our testimony for this, we will say that we were sober,
Yes.
of our right mind when we saw this movie.
But for me and Charlie's sake, we missed like the first 5 minutes.
You guys didn't miss much.
Yeah,
It was-
like
5 minutes that you guys missed. You guys just missed the introduction to all the characters.
okay.
Well, specifically, Stephen Strange.
yeah.
So and
Okay.
how cocky and arrogant he is, and
Yeah,
his
we came in. It was during.
We
the
missed the
proce-
character development. No.
I think we missed a lot of it. No, well, we came in shortly before, or it was like at the latter end of the procedure he was doing.
oh okay yeah
Mhm.
didn't miss much.
When he told the person to hold his watch.
Yeah. And then hold his nuts, but that's I
Yeah.
digress.
The movie aesthetically was beautiful, and I'm sure to our pot smokers out there, this is your way of showing us of what you guys see when you guys are high. And I have to admit that like I said, it was very beautiful. Really loved the aesthetics and everything. It looked very realistic, and it was so trippy as fuck too. Especially in the trailer, they showed it when the buildings were moving all around.
Mm-hmm.
It was some Inception shit. Really loved it, enjoyed it, and they borrowed a lot of the art from the comics, from the original comics,
Yeah.
which was really cool. It was weird. But I'll save this part for later because it's spoilers when I start talking about it. But it's pretty cool. I like the change of the backstory of some of the characters.
I enjoyed it. Kind of like what Kevin said. This is to all the pot smokers. I'm gonna change that to acid droppers or mushroom
too.
eaters, because it's a fucking trip. Like it just a lot of it's very trippy, but the trippiest part is and I guess this isn't that big of a spoiler. When he first meets the Ancient One, she punches his spirit out of him, and then
Astro form.
yeah, and then she basically shows him the universe. He's going through everything. He's looking at his hand, and his fingers are going hands, and the fingers on those hands are going hands, and just keeps doing that. And one part of that fucked me up because there was a part in that little trip that there was a whole bunch of hands grabbing him and like pulling him down, and when I saw that reminded me of Toy Story 2. when,
I know which scene you're
when
talking
Woody's in the
about
fucking
too.
trash
Oh,
can.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So that reminded me of that. The visuals are great. It was very jokey. There were a lot of jokes. There was a lot of humor in there. And what I saw, I think I saw a comment that said something like this, and I kind of agreed with it. It was a very Disney Marvel movie. Like, Disney made this with like something like the levitating cloak that he has, the little red cloak that he has on his back, or the cape or whatever, wrapped around some guy's head and started banging his head on the ground repeatedly.
Yeah.
It was a little cheesy at that. Like, I don't want to say cheesy. I don't know. It was very lighthearted, funny. That's
People
what I got out of it.
People compare the cape to
The magic carpet.
the magic carpet from Aladdin, which
Yep.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So I see
Yeah.
where you come with the Disney part. I totally agree because
Like-
that thing was the comedic relief of the movie. That
Yeah.
thing alone,
Yeah.
and Doctor Strange too. But he was the major comedic relief.
Yeah.
Halfway through the movie, so
Benedict Cumberbatch did great at Stephen Strange. He was fantastic. He had the exact look, the hair, everything. He was very Tony Stark-esque, and I think a lot of people make that comparison because they're both rich like dicks, basically. Like
Pretty
they're
much,
very
yeah.
rich and they act the same way. They're kind of dickish, kind of narcissistic, but it was great. And I kind of liked seeing him get broken down and then built back up. And I thought that was a great thing. And I originally thought that they were gonna do a different like motivation with this. Like with every Marvel movie, it's kind of like the same cut and dry, I guess, plot. Like you're trying to get this girl's love or whatever, or you're trying to save the girl. But it wasn't like that.
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't care.
He kind of left her. He said, "Fuck
Mm-mm.
it," but she was in her mind, or she was in his mind rather,
Yeah.
because I think it was the back of the watch was from her, or the
Yeah.
watch that he had
Mhm.
with her was from her. Yeah. It was great. I loved it. Special effects were good, and I don't know if there's anything else I missed. The characters were good. The villain was not the best. It definitely wasn't like a low key villain, but I don't think it was the worst
Your
villain.
ass.
It
Yeah,
just wasn't the greatest.
I agree with you there. I
So-
do believe that they should have worked a little bit on the villain's background.
Eh.
Yeah, they could have done more character development
Yeah.
for at least the villains,
Yeah.
because they just kind of throw them in. They're like, well, so and so was here and then turned, and I mean,
Yeah.
Like if you want a small rundown of what the villain is doing, he read a book. He saw that this guy is super powerful. He's like, you know what? He should take over the earth, and he'll make us his knights or whatever.
He'll make him
Bam.
immortal.
Thank you, immortal. And then he's like, once the Earth goes to this side, we'll all be immortal and stuff. And then Doctor Strange is like, no, everything's dark over there. The fuck are we gonna see?
Yeah.
And bam, right there. They didn't think it over.
Yeah, there was not a lot of character development with him. It was like we had a guy who came to this same place as you are, Doctor Strange. He ripped the page out of this book. He's evil now, and now you have to defeat him. That's
much.
basically.
yeah,
And then he had three
They just
henchmen
throw 'em
with him
in.
that we knew nothing about, but they got mopped. So I guess it
they
doesn't matter.
did.
Yeah.
So I'd give it a 9. It was good.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I agree with Colin and Kevin though about the whole like acidy fucking mushroom pothead cocaine trip shit. Like it's like they'd mixed every single drug together and just consumed it all, and they just laced it into the popcorn or like drinks at the fucking movie theater, so that you were just constantly fucked up the whole movie. But I do like the fact that they focused a lot on the school for Doctor Strange compared to other superhero movies, like for instance Batman, how it's just like, oh, here's like a couple minute segment of like, here's where he trained, and then it goes into the rest of the movie. I like the fact that it focused quite a bit around the school and him training for like a good portion of the movie before it led into like full blown out war. I do enjoy that. I agree though they should have done more character development for some of the other characters instead of just Strange. They kind of hit you with some bombshells with just a lot of things that you're supposed to know right off the bat, that if you never read the comics you're gonna be like, the fuck? Because I never read the comics, and there were certain parts in it that I'm just like, how am I supposed to know this? You guys didn't tell me this. So I wish that they would have kind of done a little more in depth with that. But the graphics for it were pretty good. I thought that they were actually a lot better than most superhero movies, because it's not focused on just explosions all the time. But I enjoyed a lot of it. My favorite part, though, has to be when Wong started laughing at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Just because he's so serious for the rest, and then all of a sudden he just starts laughing. But other than that, I give the movie a 9.3.
Why such a fucking random number?
Why is it when he fucking puts the eye on and he's sitting there doing all of the time stuff that nobody fucking questions him the rest of the movie on why he hasn't taken it off yet?
Because it shows him. You can't use an item unless it chooses you. They specifically said that in the movie. So since it chose him, they didn't take it away from him. Same thing with the same thing with the floating. Cape
Well, I mean,
I forgot his name.
the cape of levitation, though.
Thank you.
Like that actually, they were like they talked about that one. They were like, oh, okay, so that okay, it chose you. It's a pesky thing or something like that. They said, but like the eye, they just come bursting in and they're like, hey, you can't be doing that, and then put the book up and never said anything about the eye.
Well, the thing is that right after they put the book up and then they start talking, what's his name? The villain breaks in and starts killing everyone. So
Casilus or
Casilus.
Casilus.
Casillas, something like that. I don't know, but
It's
the villain. He breaks in, and that's why they never talk about it again because everybody is in danger.
Yeah.
So, but
I guess they didn't care.
I do have to say that the one thing, even though I loved everything, like I was gonna say the creepy shit, everything, just everything, I did not like that it was a little bit too much. Maybe that's just my opinion. It was a little hard to concentrate on what was happening, especially on the battle. In the battle where they're in New York, where everything starts moving around and they're running across buildings and stuff, and then they start fighting on top of a clock.
That one.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? They were on the ground, now they're up here, and all the buildings started morphing around. And I get it, like all the buildings are supposed to move and stuff, but it was just mind fuck right there, and it was a little hard to keep track of who was who. Until the ancient one came in, and I was like, oh, she's yellow, okay. Doctor Strange is blue, alright. And then Sidious, or whatever the fuck his name is like poopy yellow or something. I'm like, okay, I got it. And then
poopy yellow.
And there's Mordo.
She started mopping them too. She had those fucking fans, and she was just going off. She was getting them.
Another thing, they compared this movie a lot to the Green Lantern too. Just because of so many similarities, because there's the guy who is a cocky son of a bitch. Good. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the only difference. this one was fucking good compared to the other trash. But I really loved the movie though. Not that many negative things really. I mean, except for the villain. Sometimes it's a little hard to keep track of what the hell was happening.
Well, Dormammu, which I didn't know. Dormammu was voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, they just altered his voice.
Yeah. But Dormammu, the guy
Dormammu. It's Dormammu, not Gormammu. Dormammu.
It's Dormammu.
Okay,
yeah,
I thought it was Dormammu.
Dormammu.
But he was basically like the ruler of like the Dark Realm or something like that. Was that it?
He was in the negative zone, I think.
Something weird shit. But I liked the way that he beat him. Like, basically put him in an infinite loop and made him Strange made him bend to his will, basically. So the first end credit scene was, which also, I noticed Doctor Strange has gloves now at the end. He put gloves on to hide his disgusting looking hands. He was talking to Thor. And I know Charlie loved this too. He was drinking tea with him, and Thor basically said he doesn't do tea. And then he lowers the glass and brings it back up, and it's a big fucking pint of beer. And he chugs the whole thing. He chugs the whole fucking thing. It like cuts to Strange for like 6 seconds, cuts back to him. He's done with the beer, and then it automatically refills.
I think my favorite part of that, though, has to be the look that Thor gave the glass, like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
Am I on acid now?
Yeah. So that basically put Strange in Thor Ragnarok because he agreed to help him with Loki, and then he said he'd help him with Loki if Thor.
Will it get you guys out of New York faster?
Yeah, if Thor, Loki, Odin just. Oh no, he wasn't helping him with Loki. He was helping him find Odin. If all of them move back to Asgard and just fuck off from New York, because that's his domain now. So that
technically the planet. He said the whole planet. They have to leave the planet.
Oh yeah, but isn't he guarding that New York district, since
Well,
the guy who was originally there died.
Since he's Sorcerer Supreme now, he's guarding the whole planet.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, yeah, he's like, leave my planet and stuff. If we find your dad, he's like, yeah, all right then, let's get to it.
And then there was a second end credit scene that had Mordo.
Which we were just talking about. Oh,
Had
that one.
had
Yeah.
Mordo. And Mordo, there was a guy earlier in the movie that was crippled and went to wherever the fuck they're at. I forget what the place was called. Wherever the Ancient One resides at, and got help. So he had powers also, and he used his
In Hong Kong.
powers. Yeah, he used his powers to basically help him walk or make him walk. Like he was still crippled, but he used his powers to basically make his body move himself. So Mordo thought, or I think Mordo's thinking was that there's too many sorcerers in this world. So he basically stole his power, and now Mordo's evil, which Falls Comics.
I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead, drop a like and subscribe. We're at it. Don't forget to follow his 3 social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Pornhub.
at the Wolf. Yeah, and Pornhub at the Wolf Wave. It is all in the description below. We love you all. Any last words, guys?
Don't screw the pooch.
And remember, when in doubt, live life and always spread that pup love.
Hasta luego, mis amigos.